Hey, it's me, GV, and today we're going to be doing something entirely different. This is a pet update. You see, way back when I started YouTube, YouTubers were actually a thing that people kind of grew with and enjoyed watching, and you got to get a little bit of a glimpse into their life and stuff like that, and that was just the way it was done. And I feel like now, I don't know, maybe this is old man yelling at cloud, but it just feels so impersonal, YouTube as a whole. So that idea popped up in my head, and I was just like, man, remember back in the old days we used to do like pet updates and house tours and things a little bit more personal that I enjoyed doing. All that to say, that's what we're going to be doing today because I just want to do it. This is going to be a pet update, kind of going over all of our pets and how they're doing. Let's jump into it. So we have a Kenyan sand boa named Benny. When Cindy moved in with me, she brought her 3 chinchillas and also her fish and also her sand boa named Benny. This guy is an asshole. I don't really have too much of a relationship with him because he's a sand boa. So basically they burrow and you never ever see them. I've seen this guy like, you know, full on out only when he feeds and very, very rarely outside of that. He's cool. You know, we're definitely both big fans of like out of the ordinary pets, snakes and spiders and things like that. So as far as snakes go, I've owned a whole bunch and Cindy has owned a bunch of snakes as well. So this is currently the only snake and the only reptile that we currently have. But yeah, he's really cool. He just is one of those aggressive snakes that will kind of bite at you no matter what. So you can't really hold him all that much. So he kind of just does his own thing. He's kind of just there. That's Benny. We also have 2 jumping spiders. Basically, at least in Colorado, these things are freaking everywhere, and they make amazing pets. Apparently, they're super duper intelligent. We haven't really like taught them any tricks or anything like that, but as far as spiders go, jumping spiders make for amazing pets. So we found a larger one, and we kept her. This is one of those things where we don't know if she's male or female. We have 2 of them. One's abdomen, because I always want to say thorax, but its abdomen is very large, and the other one is not. So we think that Spinner, which is the first one we found, is female, whereas the other one, which honestly, we can't even remember what we called him. Spinner was based off of Spinarak, the Pokemon. So I'm pretty sure we called the dude another Pokemon name, but I honestly can't even remember it. So we might have to just come up with a new Pokemon name, probably spider related. But yeah, basically, you know, a lot of people are scared of spiders, obviously, but jumping spiders are awesome. And if you want to get into maybe a little more creepy type of pets, I think jumping spiders are a great jumping, hey, on point. So yeah, they kind of just do their own thing. They are still kind of scared of us, but it would be awesome to, I've heard they can get used to your face. I don't know how true that is. It'd be awesome if eventually they were, you know, used to us and we can kind of teach them to do tricks and stuff like that. So yeah, we just kind of let them do their own thing. We feed them crickets, but they're just really cool little dudes to have around. So we're going to keep them and maybe teach them a trick or 2. Yen's doing great. For anybody that's been watching the channel for a long period of time, you may remember, I think back in like 2018 or so, I drove a bit of ways in Colorado to go get 2 cats because I was dead set on getting some cats. And yeah, man, light of my life. I mean, honestly, I never considered myself a cat person before I got these 2. And it's just so funny how you grow so attached to them. I always thought I was going to be a dog person, which I still want to get a dog eventually. But yeah, Yen and Greyjoy are both doing great. They're siblings and they would be about 6 or 7 years old, I think, at this point in time. She is a black tuxedo cat and she's incredibly sweet. Her personality is so funny. It's kind of like she's a raging bitch all of the time, but also a daddy's girl, if that makes sense. Like she always wants pets, but she kind of does it on her terms. Very cat-like. The only thing with her is that she destroys everything. She has done a number on our hallway carpet, which we're gonna basically need to replace the whole carpet at this point. And she just chews. We say that she has pica because she'll just chew and eat random things all of the time. So she's destructive, not like in a chaotic way, but in a way where she's just got some mental thing where she has to destroy, if that makes sense. So she's doing great, but the destruction that she's wrought on this house is unfortunate. And luckily we've trained out most of those behaviors, but Yeah, man, it would have been nice to not have our entire carpet ruined pretty much. Greyjoy's doing great as well. He's my gray tabby. Again, they're siblings. And yeah, he is extremely sweet. He's a typical male cat. If you don't know, male cats are usually the sweeter of the two because they'll just kind of come over and demand pets all the time. And in fact, I was doing some auditions for voice acting earlier, and sure enough, he chose that time to come in, and I was like, oh, I hope the purring doesn't get picked up by the microphone. So yeah, they're both doing fantastic. Basically just growing, doing normal cat things. We haven't really had any problems outside of Yen's destructive behaviors. And yeah, unfortunately, I talked about this some time ago, but when Cindy moved in, she brought in her cat, Mo, which we had to rehome because he genuinely attacked me to the point where I think we were flying out to Louisiana and I had to do like an emergency trip to, what's it called? Urgent care because I was getting an infection that they wrote down high rate of morbidity, meaning it was extremely serious. Yeah, he would just straight up attack me. He would just bite my ankles and it was getting really bad. So unfortunately we had to rehome him. But he was such a sweet cat outside of that I genuinely cried when we had to, which was weird because he was attacking me all the time, but he was a good guy. He just had some issues, I think. So anyways, when we introduced them way back when, yeah, their scents got mixed up. And so Yen always hisses at Greyjoy, even though Greyjoy does nothing. So outside of that, they're doing great. It's just kind of annoying because they used to kind of, you know, always lick each other and clean each other, and they were so sweet together. And then once we introduced Mo, the scents just got thrown way out of whack. So unfortunately, they don't do that anymore. But they're both doing great. And then lastly, we're down to one chinchilla. Basically, again, when Cindy moved in, we had 3 total chinchillas: Lafayette, Lawrence, and Leander. And unfortunately, Leander and Lafayette have passed away. If you've ever had rodents, which we've both had tons and tons and tons of rats, rodents unfortunately get the big bad end of the stick when it comes to health issues. And I don't really want to go into it, but yeah, we're down to one chinchilla, which is Lawrence, and he is, this is a thing, because I learned all about chinchillas when Cindy and I got together. Yeah, and apparently they will always lose limbs because they just chew them off as babies, or their mothers chew them, all sorts of horrendous things. Rodents can just not relax and get a break. So unfortunately, Lawrence is missing, I believe, 2 of his limbs, but he's the one that stood the test of time, which is kind of crazy. We would not have thought it would have been Lawrence. We would have thought it would have been one of the other 2 that would have been the last one standing. But no, Lawrence is the last one kind of standing, and he's super sweet. We bring him out like basically every night, and he just watches TV with us, and he kind of hobbles around, and he does chinchilla things. So that's where we're at with all the pets currently. That's not including the fish, just simply because it's going to get really hard to capture the fish on camera because it's a super dark tank. So yeah, outside of that, everyone's doing great. No real crazy changes or anything. Unfortunately, some of our pets have passed, but again, if you have rodents, that is what happens. As somebody that's had a lot of rats, you get used very quickly to rats passing on because rodents are just not long for this world. I know chinchillas are different, but they are also rodents, so I think there's a whole slew of health problems that pop up with them as well. So outside of that, yeah, everyone's doing great. We just have a whole veritable menagerie here in the house. I just wanted to update you because it's been quite a while, and I would like to have a personal element on this channel, which my videos usually do, but I don't know, man. YouTube feels so different these days. We just don't really get these personal videos much anymore, I feel like, in this day and age of YouTube. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know if you would like to see more videos like this, personal, kind of, you know, off the beaten path type videos. I would love to make them. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Hey, it's me, GV. If you want to see more from me, you can check out the Patreon. It's literally $1, and there's a bunch of bonus streams and series over there. Also, check out these videos. And finally, if you want to get early videos, you can become a member by clicking join under the video, also in the description. Supports the channel, and you get a bunch of perks. Thanks for watching, and now I'm going to chill awkwardly while the rest of this outro plays out. How was your day?